President Uhuru Kenyatta commissioned the Nairobi Metropolitan Service, a new state agency that will perform functions handed over to the national government by the Nairobi City County government. The President appointed Major General Mohamed Badi as the Director General of the new state agency and Enosh Onyango Momanyi as his Deputy General. Speaking shortly after witnessing the transfer of functions between the two levels of government, that is the national government and the county government, the President said Nairobi residents require efficient and quality services, and also reminded city leaders that service delivery is not a favor to citizens. Now, the transfer of functions involved signing of the deed of transfer, a service-level agreement on revenue collection, a memorandum of understanding on public service management, and an additional document to the deed of transfer of functions between the national government and the devolved unit. So among the key focus areas outlined by the head of state for the new agency is the streamlining of urban renewal projects in places such as Jivaji and Pangani, whose implementation has been delayed over the years. And besides prioritization of regeneration projects, the President tasked Major General Badi and his team to end corruption and dismantle cartels, which he said are a major hindrance to service delivery in the city. So some of the key areas that President Uhuru asked the NMS to check on was traffic management, where he asked them to improve and help in decongesting Nairobi's Central Business District (CBD), instructing the new agency to reintroduce traffic signals as well as implement automated parking services. On solid waste management, the NMS were directed to collaborate with the National Youth Service, that is NYS, in ensuring garbage collection and disposal services are effective. To enhance garbage disposal, the President gave the new agency 100 days to identify and gazette all legal solid waste disposal sites to used by both public and private collection service providers. And on water supply in the city, the NMS were asked to develop clear strategies that will ensure equitable distribution of clean water to the Nairobi residents.
Article 2A, B, and C, and Article 74C of the Constitution. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Governor. Thank you.
So therefore, ladies and gentlemen, after today's signing ceremony, I have also today created the Office of the Nairobi Metropolitan Services. This office will be headed by Major General Mohamed Abdallah Badi, who is here present, who will take over as the Director General of the Office of Nairobi Metropolitan Services. He will be deputized by Enosh Onyango Momanyi, here present, as the Deputy Director General of this office. Asante. These two gentlemen and other officers to be seconded by both the national government and the county government will assume control over the functions that have been transferred. The Nairobi Metropolitan Services, or as it shall be referred to, the NMS, will be in charge of the functions that are transferred to the national government on behalf of the national government. Their primary responsibility would be to ensure that they deliver the services to the citizens of Nairobi. As I commission the Nairobi Metropolitan Service here today, I will task them firstly to bring an end to the corruption and to dismantle the cartels that have hindered the development of this county. I know that this is a tall order, but to you who have been charged with this responsibility, I pledge that I will ensure that you are fully supported by government in all ways possible to ensure that you achieve this goal. I task the NMS to work, for example, on streamlining urban renewal projects such as Jivanji, Pangani, and others, which have been previously awarded before 2018 and have continually been delayed. The NMS should review these projects and make determinations on how these projects can take off, realizing that the development of these projects are part of the recently concluded Eastlands Urban Renewal Master Plan. NMS should concentrate on the implementation of the Nairobi Railway City Master Plan, which seeks to create and redevelop about 425 acres of land around the Nairobi Railway Station, with the aim of creating a world-class, multi-model node within the Nairobi Central Business District. To this end, this area has already been gazetted as a special planning area to pave way for the preparatory, planning, and works for the implementation of the Nairobi Railway City plans. Over the next 100 days, the NMS team should work closely with relevant institutions to establish the Railway City Development Authority and identify the anchor projects and investors for this redevelopment project. The NMS team should also focus on streamlining development control and approvals for the county. The construction business relies heavily on approvals on various investments and the erosion of economic value owing to dysfunctional approval processes, and this is well documented. Complaints of corruption and having to pay out bribes to receive permits and approvals must and will be a thing of the past. Therefore, it is critical that we take practical steps to rid this section of corruption, ease the pressure on construction sector, and reduce the cost of doing business. The The NMS will implement an urgent action plan to clear backlog for approvals. And they should also fully operationalize the e-construction and e-permit system, and in this way reduce the number of delays arising from investors from development control approvals. The NMS will work very closely with the Nairobi Metropolitan Area Transport Authority, NAMATA, to implement the Nairobi Urban Mobility Plan and effect the non-motorized transport goals that are set out within the plan, which will include providing paved walkways, street furniture, and improved conditions for pedestrians on foot